Welcome back, everybody. So glad you could join me today. Today we are in Stranded Deep. That's right, Stranded Deep. And boy, are we in it deep today. So yeah, we just survived the big jet crash. Looks like we were the only survivors out of it. And now we're in a little rubber life raft with the hammerhead shark trying to bounce us out of here in hopes of getting an easy meal. I think it's time to get out of this water, get over to this nearest little island here. This must be our starter island. We'll get our raft up on the beach so it doesn't float away. We may need it sometime. And we'll get started with surviving on our little deserted island out here in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. So when we look at an object and hold our right mouse button down, that allows us to pick up or drag items around in here. And I gotta say, these islands, the sky, the ocean, everything in this game looks really good. And right off the bat, I see an aircraft carrier out there in the distance. We're gonna have to get over there soon, loot that place up, because there are some items in there that I really want to get. But like any good, oh, hello there, Mr. Well, we're gonna call you Future Dinner. That's what we're gonna name you. But anyways, we're gonna start running around, collecting our sticks, our stones, and any other materials we can find laying around on the beach. We also have this handy dandy watch on us that tells us our health bar, our food bar, our water intake bar, and our sun exposure bars. For our first segment here, I'd like to get a simple shelter put down, loot some of these shipwrecks that are around here, make a water still so that we can stay hydrated. We can eat and drink some of the coconuts on this island, but we'll get into that more later. I'd also like to start scavenging up some stuff to make a better, bigger raft that we can start visiting some of these other islands on, and hopefully start collecting more stuff that ultimately is going to help us get back home. Let's grab these last couple of rocks here. We do need to make a stone tool with one of our rocks. Then we can start harvesting the palm saplings to get fibrous leaves from them. We can hold down our C key, which brings up a quick craft menu, and here we make our stone tool. Now we can start harvesting some of the palm saplings to get our fibrous leaves. We'll need a bunch of the fibrous leaves to keep our water still generating water, and also that's what we're going to use to craft rope in this game. I think we've pretty much picked up everything we can off of the beach right now, so we're going to run around, harvest a bunch of these palm saplings, get a bunch of the fibrous leaves, and then we're going to work on maybe making the basic shelter. While we're out doing things in the bright sunlight too, we do need to keep an eye on our SPF level. If it gets too low, then we start getting sunburnt, and eventually that will start deteriorating our health. There are also Yucca Trees or Yucca Trees on each island. You can harvest those. Once you chop those up a little bit, they will also drop fibrous leaves for you. Oh, very nice. Our harvesting level just went up. That's going to allow us to be just a little bit more efficient when we're harvesting items. We also have ficus trees on the islands, and you can harvest those to get sticks from them. We do have quite a few sticks now, but I'm going to harvest this tree, get a few more, because we're going to need some sticks, some rope, and our stone tool to make an axe eventually. Well, our inventory's full now, so we're going to run back over here, maybe make a pile of some of our resources, get them out of our inventory so we can gather up a few more things. Alright, we got a nice pile of sticks going. Now let's get rid of some of our rocks. Maybe, we'll throw them over here by this big rock so we don't lose track of where they are. We've been out working in the sun quite a bit, and yes, our SPF rating is down kind of low. And our UV is very high, so we're going to have to find somewhere to cool down for a little bit. Maybe find a shaded area. Yeah, there we go. I need to cool down. Anyways, we'll find a shady area and hopefully work on something else under the shade. This seems like a good spot right here. We're no longer exposed to the sun UV. We can harvest another tree here, and maybe we'll make our campfire, and we'll also have to make kindling to start our campfire with. Oh, good stuff. Another level added to our harvesting. That's going to make us even more efficient at harvesting items. It looks like we've lost our little shaded resort here. Let's grab a coconut. We'll make a rope with some of the plant fibers we have, and then with that we can make a coconut flask. The coconut flask will give us 1 drink of water, and we'll also need it in a little bit here to craft our water still. So let's jump into our quick craft menu here. We're going to make our campfire. Not sure where we want to put it. Get it somewhere out of the way here. Maybe we'll do our campfire over here, and then we'll set our shelter up somewhere near here also. There's our campfire, quick craft menu. We'll make our kindling. We're going to drop that over here by the campfire. And we're not going to light the campfire yet because, well, we don't have anything to cook on it yet. Now, before it gets way too dark, I do want to run out and try to loot one of these ships, see if we get anything good out of them. I'd really like to get a hammer out of one of them, maybe a light or something. And then I think we're going to have to get back into our little spot there and make some kind of shelter, just so that we have a save point and we'll have a means of sleeping through the night and we don't have to spend the whole night in the pitch black. Oh, nice. We've got a pile of tires here. That'll come in real handy for when we want to make our first raft piece. We've got a crate up here. We're going to grab that. What do we have in here? Nothing in here. And there is a locker in here we can look at. We've got a piece of cloth. That's going to come in handy. Oh, look at that. We've got a hammer, the motor part, and the flare gun. I don't think we're going to bother with those right now. But at least we know we've got some tires here. We can make the first piece of our raft, so that we can start moving around to other islands eventually. I do not like being in this water when it's dark out because you can't see the purple sea urchins in here. That when you step on them, they sting you, and they do cause a poison debuff. And getting poisoned early on in this game without any PP plants around, yeah, that would just lead for a very rough survival time. So let's take a look at what we need to make our shelter now. We'll find that under crafting and the shelter tab. We're gonna need some sticks, some palm fronds, and a rope. So here we'll pluck the coconut out of this tree before we chop it down. We can always get one drink out of the coconut and also break it in half and eat it. We'll get this tree chopped down, we'll get our palm fronds, we'll get a few more sticks out of it, and then we can make our shelter. Alright, we've got our tree cut down. Now we just have to find it in the dark here. There it is. We can start harvesting the trunk of the tree for some branches, and then we can chop up the palms to make our palm fronds. This would have been much easier to do during the daylight hours, but I wanted to get some other things done before we got to this point. Alright, we've got our tree all harvested up. Now it's time to make our shelter. We'll put our shelter over here by the rock where it's out of the way. Once we place it down, we can now go to sleep and wake up in the morning and start a new day. The shelter and the bedroll, I do believe, give you a save point as well as a point to sleep. Let's take a quick check on our water and food. Yeah, our water's getting kind of low. We're going to have to start working on getting a form of water. So our water still, we're going to need our coconut flask, a cloth, a rope, some stones, and a palm frond. We pretty much have all of those already, so now all we got to do is just assemble it. We're going to grab up some of the fibrous leaves we harvested earlier, grab our coconut, we're going to make a lashing. We'll make another coconut flask. I want to kind of hang on to the other one, so as soon as we find a PP plant, we can make an antidote with that one. And I do believe we have everything else we need here to make our water still now. Actually, we were shy one rope, so we'll make another rope here real quick. Nice. We have another level on our craftsmanship. That's the one that we really need to get moving right now so that we can start making better items. Anyways, let's get this water still done so that we can start making water and drinking as we need it and not having to rely on coconuts for our hydration. Sweet, we have our water still now, so water won't be as much of a problem to get anymore. While we wait for our water still to start working though, we can always chop up a coconut. We can drink it. You can drink 2 every 10 seconds real life or 10 minutes in game. And then we can crack one of the coconuts in half to eat it. You can only eat 1 full coconut every 10 minutes in game or 10 seconds in real life. Otherwise, too much coconut water and too much coconut meat is going to give you the dehydration buff. And in early game, it's going to be a real tough time staying alive. Let's take a quick look at our watch and check out our food and hydration situation. Both are looking pretty good. Our health is still full. Our SPF level's pretty good. So now let's go out and get into something here. So I did a bunch more harvesting, bunch more gathering, went and got a chest off of the broken rowboat that's in the water. Now we're going to head out to these shipwrecks here, see if there's anything neat that we can find on these. I did find a few of the purple sea urchins around the area, the kind that sting you and give you the poison. So we're going to try to remember where they are so we don't step on them. I don't want to get poisoned this early in the game. We still haven't found any PP plants yet. There's the tires that we're going to need. Oh, there's our buddy, the hammerhead shark out there too. Eventually, we're going to take him down. Hopefully, he's going to become our dinner instead of us becoming his dinner. So I don't think we're going to be able to make it out to the other ship right there with him circling around right now though. Since the hammerhead shark's circling around this area, I think we'll go over to the other shipwreck, see if there's anything on there that we can find that'll be useful. Hopefully we don't run into any of the purple sea urchins through here, and hopefully we don't find any sharks swimming around this area. Looks pretty clear around here, but you never know. Those sharks have a tendency of just popping up from who knows where out in the deep. Alright, we got another chest here. We're just going to grab that up. Oh, and even another chest. So we're going to take those back up on the shore and we'll see what's in them up there. I don't think there's anything else in here we can get, so let's get out of this little death trap area. See what else we can find on this boat. Doesn't look like anything else in here. Or there's anything on the front half of it. We got some planks up there, but I think they're static. Oh, buoy balls. Great, we could use those to make our first Raft Foundation. And we even have another loot chest underneath us. Oh, and our buoy balls are floating away. We gotta get them before they go too far out. I don't want to run into a shark right now. Oh, get back, get back, get back. Oh, now we gotta go out and get this one too. Alright, oh, there's a shark. We gotta get out of here. Alright, we're gonna grab up this other chest and we're gonna get the hell out of here, back up on the beach, see what kind of treasures we got. Hopefully the shark doesn't grab us before we get back up onto the beach here. I don't know where it went to, but I'm sure it's planning an ambush attack on us. I think we're safe up here once we get into the shallower areas. Yeah, I don't see... Oh, there he is. Yep, he was still circling around there. Alright, let's get up on the beach and see what kind of treasures we picked up. Or, you know what else we could do? We could check and see. Let's go to crafting, vehicles, and the... foundations for the vehicles. Yeah, we only need the buoy balls and a rope to make our first raft foundation. And that's only level 2, which I believe we're at level 2 now, so we should be able to make our first raft foundation. Also, let's get rid of these chests that are in our inventory and see what's in them. See what we got out there by looting that ship. So this looks about as good as any spot to drop them. Let's drop them down right here. Take a quick look inside each one. Nothing real fantastic, but some stuff that we'll be able to use later on. The gas can, that's going to come in real handy. We got another hammer and another piece of rope, so those will come in handy. And we're getting pretty thirsty, so let's run over the water still, grab a couple drinks of water. We'll grab some more of the fibrous plant leaves and throw them into our water still to keep that going. Don't want to let that run dry. Now we're looking pretty good now. Could use a little bit more food, so let's go find that little crab that we named Future Dinner. Let's go see if we can find him running around here anywhere. Nope, that's a starfish. There's a blue starfish. They're not poisonous though. We could get a couple of sardines while we're over here. I see one of those purple sea urchins right there. Those are the things you don't want to step on. Jeez, oh man, that scared me about maybe jump out of my seat. But hey, we've got another level on our physical now. I don't see our little crab named Future Dinner yet, so we'll take a few sardines. We can cook them up and eat them. Those will do just as good too. Maybe we'll find our little buddy the crab. I think that's him up on the beach. There he is. There's Future Dinner. We got our Future Dinner now. We're going to have us some sardines. We're going to have some crabs. Oh, we're going to be living good on this island. Alright, we're going to head back to our campfire and have us a nice little seafood dinner now. We'll grab our kindling and start our fire. Then we can skin our crabs and our sardines and enjoy a great Pacific Island dinner. Eventually I'd like to make the smoker because then we could cook 5 different items at the same time. And when you let your food cook long enough until it becomes smoked, it stores a lot longer. But for right now we're going to have to settle for cooking one piece of food at a time. We got our bellies full cooking all our crab and sardines, but now it's starting to get dark out, so we're going to go back to our little shelter. We're going to sleep for the night, and tomorrow we'll do a little more looting of the ships out in the water, and then hopefully make the first part of our raft. Alright, we're going to wrap up this episode right here. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed, because tomorrow's episode should be a little more exciting as we start working on building a raft and getting out and exploring some of the other islands in the Pacific.